Chair recognizes Speaker Phelan for an announcement.
Members, I stand here before you today, not as a Speaker of the House, but as a member of this body and as a former staff member of the Texas House. Recently, the Texas Department of Public Safety began an investigation, investigating a report of a lobbyist drugging a legislative staffer during a meeting that took place off-site in recent weeks. These allegations shake our Capitol families to its core. And I am disgusted that this sort of predatory behavior is still taking place in and around our Capitol. We can and we must do better when it comes to changing the culture in this building. In this particular case, the victim has bravely come forward and chosen to pursue justice by contacting law enforcement, and we are going to allow the process to work exactly as it was intended. In the meantime, I want to remind everyone who serves or works within the House of the rules and processes we have in place for reporting this sort of behavior in a confidential and official manner. We adopted House Rule 15 and a commitment to providing a safe and professional environment in which each individual is treated with respect. Pursuant to these rules and our housekeeping resolution, we have detailed policies and procedures in place that are designed to prevent harassment and appropriately address it if it occurs. The protocols are essential for conducting the legislative business of Texas. Members, officers, and employees of the House who have direct or personal knowledge of harassment in the workplace may file a complaint through the General Investigating Committee, where confidential proceedings may then take place. For too long, the culture of the House has made victims of harassment feel as if they can't or shouldn't come forward because it might ruin their reputation or ruin their career. Victims shouldn't have to decide between their career and coming forward. That has to change. To make it easier for individuals to confidently come forward and report harassment, today I'm directing the General Investigating Committee to establish an email hotline for the purpose of submitting reports or complaints of harassment in the workplace. Each House member will be provided with official office signage that includes this email address and encourages members, staff, and visitors to report knowledge or experience of harassment taking place. In years past, we've also required sexual harassment prevention training to be completed virtually by members, staff, and House officers. I believe this training would be far more effective if it were conducted in person rather through video. And I have directed the House Administration Committee to begin the process of changing those protocols accordingly. This will apply to all sexual harassment training moving forward. Members, this is just a start. We've come a long way, but we haven't gone far enough. And we will continue to examine paths to protect our own. In this session alone, we've gone from talking about COVID-19 to the budget deficit to Winter Storm Uri and more. I find it infuriating that amid conversations about these monumental issues, I stand here today having to address these disgusting, detestable allegations that are a symptom of a culture that has been festering in this building for far too long. There's an active investigation underway, and we must let that process play out. However, this sort of behavior has no place in this Capitol, and moving forward, we can and will do better. By listening to those who speak up, by protecting them when they come forward, and by identifying smarter solutions, and by being mindful of the impacts that these very real scenarios have on people's lives. To the brave victims who have experienced these horrible, senseless acts, we hear you. We're behind you, and you have our commitment and our protection. Today, let's all renew our commitment to making sure that every single person who works so hard in this building feels safe and protected. Thank you, members.
Mr. Speaker.
Ms. Thompson, for what purpose?
Does the Speaker yield?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ms. C.
Are you going to put his words in the agenda?